Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Grand River Raceway for this Friday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 17 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on the card and note that there are no changes in races 1 or 2. Races 1 or 2, or 1 and 2, have no changes. In race number 3, number 4, High Flying Jamie is scratched. Note that number 10, Gambling Addiction, is going to move it in score post 4. And the driver will be Brett McDonald. Brett McDonald will drive number 10 in the third race, leaving out of post 4. Races 4, 5, and 6, no changes. No changes. Races 4, 5, or 6. In race number 7, number 4, Counter Offer, a bridle change. Blind bridle to side rolls. Blind to side rolls. And races 8 and 9, no changes. No changes. Races 8 and 9. Race number 10, number 2, Larjon Lester, a bridle change. Side rolls to blinkers. Side rolls to blinkers. And also note a shoe change, flip-flops to steel shoes up front. Flip-flops to steel up front. And the 11th race will go as programmed, no changes, race number 11. Those are all the changes that we have at this moment. No changes, races 1 or 2. Field 4 race number 1 is on parade. 1 is Grand Ave Legend. Jason Ryan for Ben Wallace and Wallace Standardbrands and Bradley Grant. Number 2 is Presto Score. Tom Smith for Daryl Holmes and Gerald Holmes. And number 3 is Frowny's Miracle. Colin Kelly for Kyle Bossins and William Brown. Number 4 is Rock and Twist. Brad McDonald for Richard Morrow and Michelle Baril and Frederick Baril. 5 is Big Sur. Alpha Carroll for Rebecca Geisel and Rick Breyer. Number 6 is Dover Sealster. Nick Boyd for James Dean and Brighton Farms and Eric Schwent and Tyler Durst. Number 7 was Edom Sports Baby Daryl Thiessen for Robert Darren, Jeffrey Williamson. 8, The Devil You Know, Scott Coulter for Esbel Darvo and Duncan and Shirley Bust. And number 9, Race U20, Anthony Hunt for Meg Crone and Hunt Racing. Well, fans of Field of 9, race number 1, start of the early pick 3. Looking at this field, we'll start with number 5, Big Sur. Was having a big start to the 3-year-old campaign. 7 races, 5 wins. And now last race didn't win at Georgian Downs, but did try much tougher. It drops back down a level. And Big Sur does show racing all over the place. Hanover, Clinton, Grand River, Dresden. Georgian last race has been on the tour and been able to win multiple places. Didn't win here, though, the last time we saw this one. Came first up and was second, though, in this class in 57. And should have a big chance to win here. Also, the one that beat him that day is not back in here. Big Sur certainly compares very well. And yet, you get 7-2. Number 4, Rock and Twist. It is Brett McDonald and Richard Morrow teaming up. And this one did win in 57-2. Has a couple of wins this year, including a 55-1 win at Georgian Downs. Rock and Twist and Brett McDonald has a gate speed, a favorable post, and yet you're looking at 14-1. Number 3, Frowny's Miracle, also 3 wins, 7 starts this year. Did not enjoy post 9 at Georgian Downs last race, but that's understandable. It was only beaten 3 lengths, though. 8th beaten 3 lengths. That is kind of tough. Frowny's Miracle, though, just before that, had 3 wins and a second in the previous 5 races. So Frowny's Miracle and Colin Kelly, huge threat, 5-1. And number 1, Grand Ave Legend was one that raced here from an outside post back in the middle of July and finished 3rd, beaten a length and a half. Now gets the inside. Doesn't have a win this year, but does have 4 out of 7 in the top 3. And is one that shows a 52-4 mile at Mohawk in a grassroots at the end of June. So Grand Ave Legend definitely can go with this bunch and be a big threat, and is 4-1. The one the fans are enamored with is number 8, The Devil You Know. Raced from post 8 last race, and well, that would have stopped him from winning, right? No. Won by half a length in 158. Also, this one does show 52 and change a couple of times in July. Well, one July and one of them was August 1st, racing at Mohawk. So The Devil You Know, definitely one has a devilishly good speed. Problem is the post position, and is now 5-2 on the board. Now the fans have made number 5, Big Sur, the 6-5 betting favorite. Interesting dash this first race, first of 11 to kick off this Friday night at the River. Gate is rolling for race number 1. Grand Ave Legend, Presto Score, Frowdy's Miracle on the inside. In the center, Rock and Twist, Big Sur. And on the outside, Dover Silster, Edom Sports Baby, and the Devil You Know. The second tier, Raise You 20. Field for race number 1 is at the start of the off. Grand Ave Legend, Frowdy's Miracle, Big Sur, Rock and Twist, and Dover Sealster to the outside. Then as the field works on around the turn, it is back on the inside, Raise You 20. Presto Score, racing second for last, Edom Sports Baby, and the Devil You Know is trailing the field. Grand Ave Legends got the lead for Jason Ryan. Big Sur and Alfie Curl on the outside is moving up, and Big Sur now is going to drive on and take the lead. And then second is Grand Ave Legend. Frowdy's Miracle is third. And fourth is Rockin' Twist in front of Dover Sealster and Raise You 20. And then it is Presto Score, Edom Sports Baby, and the Devil You Know. Big Sur, the 4-5 favorite, leads around the turn. The advantage right now is a length and 3/4. Grand Ave Legend is second, and third is Frowdy's Miracle. Off the turn they come, and they race on towards us, and position fourth is Rock and Twist in front of Dover, Sealster, and Raise You 20. Then to the outside, Edom Sports Baby. On the inside, Presto Score. And the Devil You Know is trailing the field. 57 seconds flat the halftime. And they're about to work into the backstretch. Big Sur lead a length and 3/4. Grand Ave Legend is second. Frowdy's Miracle is third. And Rock and Twist is racing fourth. And then Dover, Sealster, and Raise You 20. And popping out from third, there goes Frowdy's Miracle. It is Big Sur, Frowdy's Miracle. On the outside now, challenging Big Sur. It is Big Sur by just ahead. Frowdy's Miracle. Now those two run even terms. 3/4 in 126. And Big Sur on the inside fights and is going to, for now, reclaim a lead of a half a length. Frowdy's Miracle is second. Grand Ave Legend on the inside third. And Rock and Twist is set out 3 wide. Big Sur as they come on down the lane. Big Sur, Grand Ave Legend up the inside. Big Sur and Grand Ave Legend. Grand Ave Legend up the inside. Has got a motor up the passing lane to win. Big Sur is second. And then third is between Frowdy's Miracle and Rock and Twist. 154-4. Grand Ave Legend. On the board, we have a 1-5-3-4-1 Grand Ave Legend at 9-2, taking race 1. Back in front of us, the winner of race 1, Grand Ave Legend, 3-year-old sports rider, Bay Colt, owned by Wallace Standardbreds and Bradley Grant. Ben Wallace, the trainer. Jason Ryan, the winning driver. First win for Grand Ave Legend, 154-4. The first race payouts: 1 Grand Ave Legend, 1120, 350, 340. 5 Big Sur, 260, 220. 3 Frownies Miracle, 380. $2 Exactor, 28.50. Dollar Try, 64.30. Dollar Superfecta, 234.90. Fans note we have a driver change in race 3, number 7, Adam Bayama. Austin Sorey will drive race 3, 7, Adam Bayama. Austin Sorey. The first race order of finish from the top: 163, 428, 957. That's 163, 428, 957. Field for the second on parade. One is Rosella. Bruce Richardson drives and trains and owns. Number 2 is Stonebridge Fancy. Brett McDonough for Peter Brickman and Aaron Swainson Brickman. Number 3 is Emily Beach. Nick Boyd for Terry Heffernan. And number 4 is Shad. Scott Quiller for Terry Heffernan. And number 5, Fashion Writer Austin Surrey for Jared Bothwell. Number 6, Hallelujah. Jason Ryan for Kelly Duval-Lakai. And 7 is McCodray, Colin Kelly for Tisha Symes and Mike Goldberg. Field of 7, race number 2. Let's take a quick last-minute look at this field. Number 5, Fashion Writer, comes in with fashionably good form. Has been racing here very steadily. Had one tough outing here June the 8th, but since then things have really been a go and has built a nice record this year. Racing out of the high percentage barn of Jared Bothwell. And Fashion Writer raced exceptionally well last race in this class. Actually went to the front from post 6 and led a long way. Just getting caught at the end of the mile, beaten half a length. And Fashion Writer does show winning here in 55 and 4. 3 races ago, a very dominant looking win. Now has post 5, likes to get out early, but a field of 7. Post isn't quite as important. Fashion Writer's probably going to be driving early. Fashion Writer and Austin Sorey, 1-2, listed as the one to beat. Number 2, Stonebridge Fancy, though, was a winner here in 56 and 2 last time out. Went to the front from post 1. Certainly could carry forward some confidence out of that one. And that is a career best mile. Stonebridge Fancy is longer price at 14-1. People aren't buying that Stonebridge Fancy might fit with this group. Others, number 7, Macodra. Nice off the pace effort last race in 55 to finish second, beaten 3/4. And is one that's made the top 3 in 13 of 21 this year. Macodra and Colin Kelly is 7-1 on the board. Could be a threat to close hard from the outside post, especially if a couple got dueling early. And number 1, Rosella, well, has had a bunch of outside post positions. The last time this had post position 1, June the 12th, wired the field in 56 and 1. So don't forget about Rosella moving in. That's the only win on the year. Rosella, post position 1. Rosella might be in full bloom here from post 1 and is 9-2. Field of 7, race 1, going to post shortly. Fans love 5, Fashion Writer, 3-5 on the board. Starters called the field for the second race. Rosella, Stonebridge Fancy on the inside in the center. Emily Beach and Shadon Fashion Rider on the outside. Hallelujah and Makodra. Field of 7, race number 2. It is post time. Kitty up. The field for the second race, gathering speed, approaching the start. And they're at the start of the round. Rosella, Emily Beach, and Fashion Rider getting a well. Stonebridge Fancy is fourth as they work around the turn. Then fifth is Shad. Then it is back to Hallelujah. Makodra is trailing the field. Rosella's got the lead. Stonebridge Fancy in the pocket. Emily Beach is third. Fashion Rider and Shad and Hallelujah and Makodra 7 in line as they race on to the opening quarter. And Rosella, Bruce Richardson leads it a length and a half. Stonebridge Fancy is second. Emily Beach racing third. Fashion Rider, then Shad and Hallelujah. And Makodra is back trailing the field and popping out from fourth. Quickly moving his Fashion Rider. It is Rosella with the lead. 28 and 2 the opening quarter. Rosella's got the front. But Fashion Rider to the outside is getting up a little bit closer. And Stonebridge Fancy's on the inside racing third. And then it is Shad who spotted second over fourth. Actually, fifth right now is holding on to fourth is Emily Beach. And then it is Shad. And then the trailing pair, Hallelujah on the outside to the inside, Makodra. 57 and 3 is the halftime. And Rosella trying to fend off Fashion Rider. Uses the turn advantage to reclaim a lead of about a length right now over Fashion Rider. Inside third, Stonebridge Fancy. Right close in the pocket. And Emily Beach is on the inside fourth. Shad's on the outside fifth. And then it is Makodra and Hallelujah on the hustle to 3/4 off that 57 and 3/2. And Rosella leads it by 3/4. Fashion Rider on the outside. Stonebridge Fancy third. Rosella for now is holding off Fashion Rider. Stonebridge Fancy on the inside. And then it is Shad who's going to take a look 3 wide. Now his Fashion Rider is dropping back and Stonebridge Fancy pops out of the pocket. 3/4, 126. Rosella on the inside. Stonebridge Fancy is moving on the outside. Rosella, they come on down the lane. Rosella, Stonebridge Fancy. Rosella is going to, on the inside, hold on to be in a win photo with Stonebridge Fancy. And then Makodra and Emily Beach. 156 flat, Rosella. Fans, the inquiry sign will go up. The judges reviewing racing action in the stretch pertaining to number 7, Makodra, and 4, Shad. Wheeling back in front of us is the winner of race number 2. It is one Rosella 4-year-old sports rider bay mare, owned, trained, and driven to victory by Bruce Richardson. It's the second win this year, sixth lifetime. Rosella. Bruce Richardson, 156 flat. Fans as it pertains to the inquiry. The judge's ruling that number 7 Makodra, who finished third, is going to be placed back to sixth behind number 4 Shad, who did, in the opinion of the judges, receive interference from 7 Makodra in the stretch drive. The new top four will be 1, 2, 3, 6. The second race payouts: one Rosella 634 43 42, Stonebridge Fancy 523 43, Emily Beach 1040. $2 exactor, $26.70 try, $173.95 super, $1,813.60. The $2 double, $44.90. The second race order finish from the top: 1, 2, 4 place 3, 6 place 5, 7, 5 place 4, 3 place 6. Once again from the top half to the placing: 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 4, 6. Field for race number 3 on parade 1 is Eye of the Shadow, Daryl Thiessen for Comanasiello and Daniel Serafian. Number 2, Delightful Magic, Alfred Carroll for Chrislyn Nother. And 3, Yannick Seelster, Scott Culver, Ted McDonnell, and Leonard Gamble. 5 is Joe Rockhead, Tyler Borth for Bill Budd and Mike Salas. Number 6, Epic Proportion, Colin Kelly for David Keys and Julie Keys. And 7 is Adam by Emma Austin, sorry for Stefan LeBrock. 8 is Kalima, Jason Ryan for Greg McNair and Bloomingwood Farms. 9 is Watch Me Baby, Tyler Moore for Gary McDonald and Alan Kepfer. And number 10 is Gambling Addiction, Brett McDonald for Jeffrey Williamson and Rebecca Williamson. Field of 9, race 3, 4 is out, 10 is in. Austin Surrey drives 7, Adam Bayama, Brett McDonald driving the 10. Let's look at this field for the third, starting with number 3, Yannick Seelster. Well, it doesn't have a top 3 finish on the year. Yannick Seelster, a little bit better post position than last time up, but also you do see 53 and 4 at Mohawk 2 races ago and a mile of 54 June the 8th. Yannick Seelster getting another try at this class, maybe from a little bit better post, could get it going here. Now look at last race, the half of 102 and 2. Off the pace, they won a slow half, so even though came the back half on 56 and 3, just couldn't close. Now with the post position likely to leave, Yannick Seelster could definitely turn things around and is getting heavily backed at 2-1. Number 5, Joe Rockhead. Well, back-to-back runner-up finishes. Things weren't going Joe Rockhead's way, but the last 2 races much better. Might be sitting on a win. Came home well last race, 28 and 4. Joe Rockhead has gate speed, and he's 5-1. Number 1, Eye of the Shadow. Well, missed the last scheduled start due to sickness, so it's been off 4 weeks. Shows enough form and gets the inside post to be a consideration for the top 3, and is 7-2. And number 9, Watch Me Baby, was second last race, but that was from the front end, from post 3. Leaves out of the trailer post. We'll see if there's sufficient gate speed for Watch Me Baby to get a trip. Watch Me Baby has a couple of runner-up finishes in 7 races this year and is on the board right now at 5-1. The third dash of Field of 9 going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 3. Eye of the Shadow, Delightful Magic, Yannick Seelster on the inside. In the center, it is Gambling Addiction, Joe Rockhead. To the outside, Upper Proportion, Adam Bayama and Colima. Second tier, Watch Me Baby. Field for the third race is at the start of the rough, and Gambling Addiction gets out well. Also leaving is Joe Rockhead down to the inside, Eye of the Shadow and Yannick Seelster. And Watch Me Baby from the second tier. Off stride, Watch Me Baby. Scattering a bit of the field with the lead right now as they race on down the backstretch is Joe Rockhead. Lead is about 2 1/4. Eye of the Shadow is second. Then third, Gambling Addiction. And racing fourth, Yannick Seelster, who's in front of Colima. Then back to Delightful Magic and Epic Proportion and Adam Bayama. And way back after that break is Watch Me Baby. They work their way around the turn. 28-2 the opening quarter. Joe Rockhead's got the lead. Eye of the Shadows racing second. Yannick Seelster on the outside. Inside, Gambling Addiction is positioned fourth, and then moving out now and racing on the outside, Colima is second over fifth. Sixth to the inside, Epic Proportion. Racing seventh, Delightful Magic, and Adam Bayama is eighth. And they work their way past the half off that 28-2 opening quarter. Half was 59-2. Joe Rockhead and Tyler Bortha has got the lead. And Eye of the Shadow is right there in the pocket. On the outside, Yannick Seelter is first up third and is only 2 from the lead. Gambling Addiction on the inside fourth. Colima is second over fifth and moving up, and now is taken over fourth and is set out 3 wide. Fifth to the inside is Gambling Addiction. Then it is Epic Proportion and Delightful Magic. And Bayama 3 wide as they hustle on towards 3/4. It is Joe Rockhead. Joe Rockhead leads still, 3/4, 129. Adam Bayama from the backfield is coming on very sharply. Racing second, Yannick Seelster. And now it is Adam Bayama to the outside. Froston's right out there, 3 wide and charging hard on down the stretch right for Joe Rockhead. Adam Bayama on the outside. Joe Rockhead, Adam Bayama, Eye of the Shadow, Joe Rockhead and Adam Bayama. Joe Rockhead, Adam Bayama. Joe Rockhead appeared to hold on. Adam Bayama was charging hard. Then Eye of the Shadow and Yannick Seelster, 158-3. On the board, we have a 5-7-1-3. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race 3, 5, Joe Rockhead, 3-year-old Badlands, son of a Brown Gelding, owned by Mike Salas, Bill Budd, the trainer. Tyler Borth, the winning driver. First win for Joe Rockhead, 158 and 3. The third race payouts. Number 5, Joe Rockhead, 1124 70 and $4. 7, Adam Bam, 1136 10. One Eye of the Shadow, 320. $2 exactor, $92. Dollar Try, 361.50. 20-cent Super, 482.52. Dollar Pick 3, 52.30. Here is the third race, so we're finished from the top. 384 scratch 162795. That's 384 scratch 162795. Field for the fourth on parade one. Rebus Image, Drew Neal for Alan Wilson and Gail Butler. And number two is Ann Jackson, Ryan Holiday for Dave Holiday and Listable Livestock. And number three is Le Tout Petit, Scott Culver, Susie Kerwin and Rennie Dion, and Robert Frank. Number four is Life Mission, Colin Kelly for Bob McIntosh, and CSX Stables and Dave Boyle. Number five is Golden Compass, Blair Burgess for Corinna Olson Burgess and Sterling Fisher. And number six, Allegra Seals to Alpha Carroll for Richard Carroll and Mary Carroll and Angela Carroll. Number seven is Halliday Dream, Brant McDonald for Isabel Darvo and Jim Rule. 8 is Wheelin' Willie, Wayne Henry for Fred Brayford. And number 9 is Chili and Toast, Nick Stewart for Bud Sinclair and Lindsay Sinclair and Tom Strawn. Well, looking at this field, we'll start with number 3, La Toute Petite, and raced here in this class last time out. Got a pocket trip, not only stuck around for a fourth, but La Toute Petite, that's just the second start of the year, and also was second beaten just a neck here in the first start, July the 31st, so now third start of the year, and did win here in limited action. 4 starts last year, had a win as a 2-year-old. La Toute Petite, Scotty Colder, Susie Kerwood, 3-1. Number 8, Wheelin' Willie, very good last start. In fact, back-to-back, a runner-up in the qualifier, and then a second here. Wheelin' Willie into 1 and 4. Has to deal with the outside post, though, and doesn't have a win in 9 starts, but does have 3 runner-up finishes on the year. Wheelin' Willie is 5-1 from the outside. Number 2, Ann Jackson. Well, battled really well last race. Didn't leave a bunch, but then swept out 3 wide. Came on to finish a competitive 4th and was a close 4th here at the start before it, and had the lead for a good piece of the race, finishing 4th, beaten a length and a quarter. And Jackson could rebound well from post 2. Has gate speed. Ryan Holiday driving 7-2 is a win threat. And number 4, if you're looking for a longer one, Life Mission, it is Colin Kelly and Bob McIntosh, and this one was second here last time out. Now, it was just 2, 3, and 4 and was well beaten, but was second. Life Mission is 10-1. 4th race, a field of 9, going to post shortly. It is rolling for race number 4. Rebus Imogen Jackson Latude Petite on the inside of the Center Life Mission Golden Compass to the outside. Allegra Sealster, Holiday Dream, Will and Willie, and the second tier, Chili and Toast. The field for race number 4 is at the start of the rough. Latude Petite. Wheel and Willie on the outside. Life Mission is off stride and taken to the outside. And it is Wheel and Willie on the outside, trying to wheel right out and take the lead. And Wheel and Willie from post 8 has made the front. Latude Petite is second. Reba's Image is third. And then racing position to fourth right now. As they work their way on down the back stretch is Chili and Toast, and fifth is Life Mission. Then it is back to Allegra Sealster and Holiday Dream. And then we've got Golden Compass, and now coming on to get the lead. Latude Petite has taken the front. Will and Willie is second. Reba's Image third. And Chili and Toast is positioned fourth as they race the turn. And they race the way off the turn and head off the turn, heading up towards the half. And Wheeling Willie is racing the pocket on the back of Latude Petite. Latude Petite as they come on towards us. The quarter was 29 and 2 as they come up to the half, and racing third, Reba's Image, and then on the inside, fourth is Golden Compass and Ann Jackson. Now Kane's Ground racing fourth, and now is moving up on the outside first over, about to take over third. On into the back stretch they go. Latude Petite. Wheel and Willie is second. Racing on the outside, a closer third is Ann Jackson. Reba's Image is fourth, and Holiday Dream is racing positioned fifth. And then it is Chili and Toast on the inside. Golden Compass is racing to the outside, then Allegra Sealster, and they head their way on toward three quarters. And it is Latude Petite who's got the front. Latude Petite, and on the outside getting closer, and Jackson is taking over second now. Will and Willie is third. Holiday Dream is fourth. Then is about 4 off lead, but Latude Petite is large in this dash and leads by about 2.5 or 3. And Will and Willie is second, and Jackson third, and then Holiday Dream and Reba's Image and Golden Compass. But on down the stretch, Latude Petite is cruising. Latude Petite is your winner, wins it by about 2.5 or 3. Will and Willie was second, then it was Holiday Dream and Reba's Image. We'll give you the mile time shortly. The time of the mile was 2:01 and 1. Back in front of us, the winner of race 4, number 3, Latude Petite, a 3-year-old. Chapter 7 Brown Filly, owned by Renee Dion and Suzanne Kerwood and Robert Frank. Susie Kerwood, the trainer. Scotty Coulter, the winning driver. Latude Petite. Second lifetime win, first this year. Latude Petite in 2:01 and 1 with Scott Coulter driving. The fourth race payouts number 3. Latude Petite 510 290 250. 8 Wheel and Willie 630 447. Halliday Dream 390. $2 exactor 52.60. Dollar try 116.90. Dollar super 1813.95. Here is the fourth race over a finish from the top. 461 957 328. That's 461 957 328. the field for race number 5 on parade 1. Get It Done, Donna. Ryan Holiday for Steve Colvin. Number 2 is Dolly Sky. Jason Ryan for Terry McKibben and Brenda McKibben. Number 3, Saturday Night Jukebox. Scott Calder for Anthony Beaton and David Mercer. And number 4 is Credit to Burn. Paul McKenzie for David Fry and Ken Skinner. 5 is Just Jenny's Liberty. Daryl Thiessen for Mark Winnicott and Edward Gork. And 6 is Scotian Shadow Caliber for John Matheson. Number 7, Weehawk and Bruce Richardson for Colonel Schneider Jr. and Sarah Cross. Number 8 is Larjan Lucy. Anthony Hahn for Catherine Cochran and Stephen Bastard. And number 9, Golden Leader, Brampton for Amber Hughes. Field of 9, race number 5, going to post shortly. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Saturday Night Jukebox, and Scotty Coulter. Chance for Scotty to win another one on the evening. And this one does have a couple of top 2 finishes in 6 starts this year. Did not score a win last year as a 2-year-old in 10 races, but is coming in off of a runner-up finish and in a solid class at Georgian Downs last time out. Good mile of 55-1. In fact, also raced up there in 54-4 the start before that, in a class much tougher than this one. Saturday Night Jukebox compares very well with this field, 8-5 on the board. Number 9, Golden Leader, well, is one that's got 5 top 2 finishes and 9 starts this year and has to be taken pretty seriously. Raced on the lead for a good chunk of the race last race, got caught late, finished second. Golden Leader has been racing very well of late, with the exception of that start up at Hanover 2 races back. But Golden Leader in fine form, 2-1. We'll have to work out a trip from the second tier. Others, number 2, Dolly Sky was 3rd last race and does have the 4 top 3 finishes in 8 starts this year. Was also 50% in the top 3 last year in 12 tries as a 3-year-old. Dolly Sky is one that, well, the last race wasn't good, but before that at least was racing pretty well and was racing a little tougher than this. Now also note, this is just the second start off the long layoff, so Dolly Sky could be better. Dolly Sky, you get a nice price of 35-1 on one that's making a second start off the layoff and has a couple of wins this year. And number 1, Get It Done, Donna, well, also one that's making a second start off a long layoff. Had been off since from about December 2nd right through until a month ago. Then made a start here. Trailer Post, beaten only 2 1/4, but now gets to build off of that one. Gets the inside. That was the Trailer Post. Get It Done, Donna is getting a lot of action, and is one that did win here last year in 58-3. Get It Done, Donna is 5-2 with Ryan Holiday driving. It is rolling for race number 5, taking up positions. Get It Done Donna, Dolly Sky, and Saturday Night Jukebox on the inside. In the center, Credit to Burn, Just Jenny's Liberty. Scotian Shadow to the outside with Weehawken. Large on Lucy, second tier Golden Leader. And the field for race number 5 is at the start of the rough. And Saturday Night Jukebox is spinning out well. Get It Done Donna down to the inside. Just Jenny's Liberty and Dolly Sky. Now Dolly Sky is taken over third. Golden Leader is on the inside fourth. And then Just Jenny's Liberty. Scotian Shadow, Credit to Burn. Trailing pair Weehawken and Large on Lucy. And they race their way on towards the opening quarter. Saturday Night Jukebox has got the lead and is in front by about 2 1/4. Get It Done Donna is second, Dolly Sky third, and then racing along, positioned fourth, Golden Leader. Fifth is Just Jenny's Liberty, Scotian Shadow. Then it is back to Credit to Burn and Weehawken, and Large on Lucy trails the field. 28-3 was the opening quarter, and Saturday Night Jukebox leads as they come on towards us. On the outside now, getting closer, Golden Leader is working first up, second, third. To the inside is Get It Done Donna. Just Jenny's Liberty is racing on the outside and closer now, only about 3 from the front. 58-4 is the halftime. Then Dolly Sky's fifth on the inside. Racing position sixth is Scotian Shadow, and seventh is Credit to Burn. Then well back, Weehawken and Large on Lucy. On down the back stretch they go. Golden Leader to the outside now has come on and is the leader. Leads it by about a neck right now. Saturday Night Jukebox to the inside second. Tries to rally, but right now it's a lead of a length and a half, and clearing to the front is Golden Leader, and now stretches out the lead about 3 or 4. Saturday Night Jukebox is second, and then Dolly Sky is third. Get It Done Donna is racing fourth, and Credit to Burn is positioned fifth. And then sixth is Saturday Just Jenny's Liberty, 3/4, 127-1, and on down the stretch, and it's all Golden Leader. Golden Leader was golden in the fifth and wins it. And then for second, it is between Saturday Night Jukebox and Dolly Sky. Then it was Get It Done Donna, 156 flat, Golden Leader. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 5. It's 9 Golden Leader, 3-year-old Big Jim Black Filly, leased by Amber Cuse. Amber Cuse is also the trainer. Brad McDonald, the winning driver, third win this year in lifetime for Golden Leader, 156 flat. The fifth race payouts 9 golden leader, 660, 240, 230. 3 Saturday night jukebox, 240, 210. 2 Jolly Sky, 380. $2 exactor, $12.70. Dollar try, $48.90. Dollar super, $119.75. Here is the fifth race, order of finish in the top 4, 3, 2, 5, 6, place 7, 8, 9, 7, place 6, 1. Once again from the top 4, 3, 2, 5, 6, place 7, 8, 9, 7, place 6, 1. Field 4, race number 6 on parade. 1, tighten them up. Wrapping out for Joe McIsaac and Carolyn Williston. Number 2, Dumb is Forever. Paul McKenzie for Nelson White and Deborah White. Number 3, Olympic Glide. Tyler Moore for Ryan McClure. And number 4, Lassen Nassman. Wayne Henry for Henry Stabling, Kamoka State. Dillon Farms and Waples Staple and Gordon Yao. 5 is the Reigns of Dighton, Colin Kelly for Steve Bossens and Steve Palermo. Number 6, Los Balakiel Amigo, Tyler Borth for Joshua McKibben and Balakiel Racing. And number 7 is Northern Flame, Alf Carroll for Jody Cullen against John Blay. Number 8, Mac Justice, Brent Ballore for Karen McIntyre and Daniel McIntyre. 9, Dusty Lane Thunder, Scott Coulter for Gary McDonald and Alexis Gass. Field of 9, race number 6, number 3, Olympic Glide is the first one we'll touch on. And no 2 wins in 5 starts this year. But the last race here, July the 29th, made an early break. But certainly was good just before that. Had 2 wins in 3 starts. In fact, the most recent win came first up and still managed to win in 2 minutes. Olympic Glide and Tyler Moore, of course, needs to stay flat, but could be a decent play at 10-1. Others, number 5, the Reigns of Titan. Post 8 here last race and still managed to finish 3rd, beaten a length and a quarter. So comes in with back-to-back top 3 finishes. The Reigns of Titan now is on his game and looms as a potential winner here and is 4-1. Number 4, Les Nessman was able to win last race from a little bit off the pace, and Wayne Henry back driving and training Les Nessman here from post position 4, 7-2 on the board. A win and a second out of the last 3 starts for Les Nessman. And Les Nessman does have a couple of wins this year and is 7-2, a lukewarm favorite. No favorite much at all. Now 3-1. That's a very lukewarm favorite. And 1, tighten them up, is one that's got gate speed and the inside, but went to the front last race and then dropped back and finished 5th. But also you see this one going to the front here July the 3rd and almost wiring the field, finishing 2nd. Now that was in 2:03, but the last race was 2 minutes and 3 at Georgian. A mile here in 2-1 and 2, 2 races back. Tighten them up on the inside. A longer play. Might need to show just a little more speed to be up with a couple of the main ones in here. 21-1. Starting gate is rolling for race number 6. Tighten them up, and Dumb is Forever on the inside with Olympic Glide. In the center, Les Nessman and the Reigns of Titan. And to the outside, Los Balakiel Amigo, Northern Flame, and Mac Justice, the second tier Dusty Lane Thunder. It is a field of 9 for the 6th race. And they're at the start of the rough. Tighten them up on the inside. The Reigns of Titan also getting out well. Is Dumb is Forever as the field works around the turn. And Tighten them up's got the lead. Tighten them up, and the Reigns of Titan is driving on the outside. Inside racing third. Dumb is Forever. Los Balakiel Amigo comes away. Position fourth. Olympic Glide is fifth, and sixth is Les Nessman. Then it is Dusty Lane Thunder, Northern Flame, and Mac Justice is back trailing the field. The Reigns of Titan leads it. On they race past the opening quarter. Tighten him up is second. Dumb is Forever is racing third. Los Balakiel Amigo fourth, and at opening quarter 29 and 2. Olympic Glide is to the outside racing fifth, and following the move out from Los Balakiel Amigo. Off the turn they come, racing sixth to the inside, Les Nessman. They work their way up towards the half off that 29 and 2 opening quarter. Seventh is Dusty Lane Thunder. Then it is back-to-back Justice and Northern Flame on the outside trailing. Halftime was 101. The Reigns of Titan and Colin Kelly leads it. On into the backstretch they go, and racing second, Tighten him up in the pocket. On the outside, racing third, Los Balakiel Amigos about 2 off the lead in pursuit of the Reigns of Titan. On the outside, fourth is Olympic Glide. Fifth to the inside is Dumb is Forever. Les Nessman, sixth in the center of the track. 3 wide, Dusty Lane Thunder. The inside is Mac Justice, and then Northern Flame. And they roll on to 3/4. The Reigns of Titan leads it right now by a length and a quarter. From the backfield, Dusty Lane Thunder's out 4 wide and coming quickly. 3/4 131. And it is the Reigns of Titan. Off stride goes Dumb is Forever. Second, Los Balakiel Amigo. Olympic Glide. And on the outside, Dusty Lane Thunder on down the stretch route they come. The Reigns of Titan. The Reigns of Titan is going to win. Los Balakiel Amigo second. Olympic Glide was third. Dusty Lane Thunder fourth. And then fifth is Mac Justice. 2 minutes and 4/5. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 6. Number 5, the Reigns of Titan, 3-year-old E.L. Titan Brown Gelding, owned by Steve Palermo, trained by Steve Boston's Colin Kelly, the winning driver, first win this year, third lifetime. The range of Titan, 2 minutes 4/5. The sixth race payouts, number 5, the range of Titan, 590, 320, 256. Lost Balakia Amigo, 960 and 683. Olympic Glide, 590. We had a 20-cent high five of $1,439. A $2 exactor, 42.70. The dollar try, 98.45. Dollar win for 200, 48.35. Fans note a couple of driver changes towards the end of the program. Note in races 10 and 11, race 10, number 6 St. Lad's Beat It, Tyler Moore. Tyler Moore drives the 6 in the 10th. And he'll be back in the 11th race, number 5, I'll Be Back, and Tyler Moore to drive. The sixth race over a finish from the top, 793-812-654. That's 793-812-654. Field for the seventh on Parade 1. Kodiak Sealster Chris Matthews drives and trains for Desmond Scott and Jeff Bryan and Todd Williams. Number 2 is Seize Control Austin Sorry for Brad Maxwell and Howard Taylor. Number 3 is Initial Concept. Brad McDonough for Scott McEnany and Dominic Chiravelli and Joe Tonelli and Mart West Racing. Number 4, Counter Offer, Colin Kelly for Bob McIntosh and CSX Stables. Number 5 is Toonie Teen, Alfie Carroll for Rod Boyd and Patty Jones. And number 6, Combatant, Paul McKenzie for Blake McIntosh and Hut Racing. Number 7, Favaro Sealster, Jason Ryan for Matt Dupuis and Keith Castle. And number 8 is Dragon Teen, Anthony Hunt for Rod Boyd and Robert Key. And number 9 is Full Credit, Tom Smith for Jane Walker. Field of 9, race 7. Let's take a quick last-minute look at this field. And, well, one Kodiak Sealster. It certainly wasn't a Kodiak moment last time out, finishing 8th, but just before that, at least had a 5th beat and 2.5 lengths at Mohawk, and also shows racing a competitive grassroots mile there in 55 and 2. Consistent speed in the first 3 races, now changes venues, gets the inside, has gate speed. Chris Matthews and Kodiak Sealster, a possible chance here, a good chance to win. 8-5 on the board. The fans, though, have made number 4, Counter Offer, the favorite. And note the equipment change, blind bridle to side rolls, and off of third here last time out in 58 and 3. Also shows racing in 55 and change 3 or 55 flat a couple of starts and 55 and 2. Also in it gold in 53 and 4. Counter offer. Colin Kelly and Bob McIntosh 4-5 the favorite. Number 3 initial concept is coming in off of a win here. Front end win in 158. That was the first to win in 4 starts, and also does show a third at Georgian Downs just the start before that. Initial concept and Brett McDonald is getting love at 8-5. And number 8, Dragon Teen, well, did race at Mohawk in 55 flat 2 races ago and 55 and 3 last race. Dragon Teen, tough post assignment, changing venues 25-1. 7th race of field of 9 going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Kodiak Sealter sees control, initial concept on the inside. In the center, it is counter offer 218 and combatant to the outside for Varvo Sealzer. Dragon Teen in full credit. Field for the 7th is at the start of the rough. Kodiak Sealster, an initial concept counter offer, and then sees control to the outside. Dragon Teen, full credit from the second tier, now takes over 5th, and racing 6th is Dragon Teen. Then 7th is 218. Then it is back to Combatant, and Favaro Sealster is trailing the field. On the race to the opening quarter, Kodiak Sealster has got the front for Chris Matthews. The lead is a length and 3/4. Initial Concept is second, Counteroffer third, and rolling along in fourth right now is Seize Control. Then fifth is Initial Concept in front of Dragon Team. The Combatant to the outside is seventh. 218 is eighth, and trailing Favaro Sealster. Off the turn, the 28-3 opening quarter, they head up towards the half. Kodiak Sealster, Chris Matthews with the front. Rolling second, Initial Concept in the pocket. On the outside, Combatant is first up third. Fourth to the inside is Counter Offer. And to the outside, fifth is Dragon Teen. Sixth is Seize Control. The half was 1 minute, 2/5. Racing seventh is 218. Then it is back to full credit. And trailing the field, Favaro Sealster. On down the backstretch they go. Kodiak Sealster's lead is just a length now. Combatant to the outside is bearing down on Kodiak Sealster. Initial Concept is racing third. Dragon Teen is fourth and is about 2.5 or 3 from the front. Fifth to the inside, Counter Offer. Seize Control is sixth. 3/4 128-4. A 28-2 third panel put up by Kodiak Sealster, and leads now by a length and a half. But Initial Concept has been getting a trip and takes to the outside. Counteroffer is third. Then it is back to Dragon Teen and Combatant. On down the stretch drive they come. And flying up the inside, here comes Counteroffer. Counteroffer up the inside to make it really close with Kodiak Sealster, and on the outside, Initial Concept. And then it was Seize Control. 158-1, a photo finish. On the board, 1-4-3-2. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 7. 1, Kodiak Sealster, a 2-year-old Sunshine Beach Brown colt, owned by Chris Matthews and Desmond Scott and Jeff Bryan and Todd Williams. Chris Matthews, the trainer and the winning driver. First win, Kodiak Sealster, 158-1. Seventh race payouts: one Kodiak Sister, $14.80, $4.50, $3.10. Four counter offer, $3 and $2.20. And number three initial concept, $2.20. $2 exactor, $33. Dollar try, $26.05. Dollar superfecta, $88.30. Eighth race is next. A field of 9 going to post in approximately 8 minutes. The seventh race order finish was on the screen. Field for the 8th race on parade 1 is Our Van Gogh. Colin Kelly for Kyle Bostonson, Brian Daly, and Doug Hastings, and David Dayton. Number 2 is St. K. Blair Burgess for Corinne Olson Burgess and Sterling Fisher and Robert Burgess. Number 3, Credit Skill, Anthony Hahn for Bill Budd and John Mellenbacher and Chad Mellenbacher. 4 is Ella, Eddie Green for Emily Montour. Number 5 is Boston Blue, Nick Stewart for Vic Putty and Robert McNerney. And 6 is Bologna, Austin Surrey for Jared Bothwell. Number 7, Financial Day, Paul Walker for Brenda Walker and Nancy Holmes. Number 8 is Millway Magic, J.P. Renault for Julie Walker and Ron Pierce. 9 is Lucky Witch, Jason Ryan for Greg McNair, Bloomingwood Farms. Let's look at this field, and first up, we'll start with number 3, Credit Skill. It doesn't have a win yet, but has been flashing skill and was very competitive here in each of the last 2. In fact, the last race came out 3 wide at 3/4 and beaten just a length and a half. Looks to have a decent chance in here. Credit Skill is 6-1 on the board. Anthony Hahn driving. Number 4, Ella, though, got the job done last time. That was the first top 3 finish of her career. Ella and Eddie Green looking to repeat. Parked early last race and still had enough left to come on and nab the win. Ella and Eddie Green is 3-1. Number 5, Boston Blue, was very good in back-to-back races here, finishing second before a tough outing last race, making a break, but now has made breaks in 2 of the past 4, so Boston Blue definitely needs to mind his manners here, not make another break and leave the barn blue having to qualify. Boston Blue and Nick Stewart is 9-2. And number 2, St. K, well, raced at Mohawk last race, 59-1, but was way back. But shows a pretty big middle half. Maybe that can carry forward here. St. K was here 2 races ago and post position 2, made a break, so needs to not have that to repeat. But St. K also was a competitive 3rd here in his debut mile back in the middle of July. St. K and Blair Burgess is a price of 25-1 that could be a little better than the odds suggest. Of course, St. K will need to not make a break again at the start. 8th race, field of 9, going to post shortly. Starting gate is rolling for race number 8, taking up positions. Our Van Gogh, St. K, and Credit Skill. In the center, Ella, Boston Blue, Bologna. On the outside, Financial Day, Millway Magic, and the second tier, Lucky Witch. Field 4, race number 8 is in the stretch, gathering speed, approaching the stars. And they're at the start of the round. Credit Skill will leave with Ella. Then it is our Van Gogh, Bologna to the outside. As well, Millway Magic, but Credit Skill has got the early lead. Ella has come away second. Bologna's on the outside third. Then grabbing fourth is Lucky Witch, and our Van Gogh is fifth on the inside. St. K is racing sixth. Then it is back to Boston Blue. And Millway Magic and Financial Day is trailing the field. And they roll on to the opening quarter. Credit Skill has the front, but there goes now a move on the outside. And charging up, St. K wants to come on and take the lead. St. K is going to clear to the front. Credit Skill is second. Third is Ella, racing fourth, Bologna. That opening quarter, well, we'll give it to you later. Racing position to fifth right now is Lucky Witch. And then sixth is our Van Gogh. Further back as they race their way up towards the half, racing position seventh is Boston Blue. In front of Millway Magic. And then last as they head on past the half is Financial Day. 29-3 was the opening quarter. The half was 59-2. And on down the backstretch they go. St. K has the lead. Our Van Gogh went off stride. Credit Skill is racing a looming second. And Ella is positioned on the outside third. Then fourth to the inside. Bologna is about 4.5 or 5 from the front. Then a gap of 3. Boston Blue to the outside has taken fifth. Lucky Witch is sixth, and seventh is Millway Magic. It is St. K and Blair Burgess still with the lead. Credit Skill is racing on the inside. Ella to the outside is only 2 from the front. Getting closer for Eddie Green. Off that 3/4, 129-1, they turn for home. St. K looming on the outside is Ella. Credit Skill looking to dart down to the passing lane. 3 across the track as they come to the finish. In the center of the track, St. K up the inside. Credit Skill wins it. Then second was Ella. And finishing third was St. K. Fourth is between Bologna and Boston Blue. 2 minutes, 1/5. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 8. It's number 3, Credit Skill, 3-year credit winner. Bay Colts, owned by John Mellenbacher and Chad Mellenbacher and Bill Budd. Bill Budd's the trainer. Anthony Hahn, the winning driver. First win for Credit Skill. 2 minutes, 1/5. Eighth race of payout, 3 credit skill, $15, 320, 324, Ella, 280, 270. And number 2, St. K, 560. $2 exactor, $24.30. Dollar try, $145.60. Dollar super, $643.55. Eighth race, so for a finish from the tops at 931 254 876. That's 931 254 876. Field 4, race number 9 on parade 1, Loyal Will, Paul McKenzie for Blake McIntosh and Winback Farm. Number 2, Bet on Jack, Elfie Curl for Rod Boyd and Hutt Racing. Number 3, State Senator, Brad McDonald for Scott McEnany and Bradley Grant. Number 4 is Fiscal Policy, Mike Horner for Mark Horner and Parkinson Farm. Number 5 is Wise Key, Anthony Hahn for Rod Boyd. And number 6 is Smilin' Billy the Kid, Austin Sorry for Kyle Bossons and William Brown. Number 7, Where's Jim, Jason Ryan for Greg McNair and Annie Otola Racing. And number 8 is Southwind Sandor, Mike Vanderkamp for Diana Secord. Field of 8 for the 9th race. Let's stay right there with number 8, Southwind Sandor. Comes in from Woodbine, has had 3 starts there. Did have a couple at Grand River. One of those at Grand River resulted in a win. And you do see this one racing in 54 and change. A couple of starts racing at Mohawk. Despite the outside post position, Southwind Sandor with those flashes of speed. This colt is the 4-5 favorite. Number 7, Where's Jim? Well, Jim was in the winner's circle last race at Hanover after scoring the victory by 5 1/4 lengths. That was the season's debut for Where's Jim? Well, actually the career debut, 2-year-old. Where's Jim is one that has to deal with an outside post position, but off that win, you do have to take this one seriously. Now, that was just a win in 2 minutes and 1 at Hanover, but won by 5 1/4. You don't need to go much faster. 9-2 is the price. Number 5, Wise Key K, does show 55 and 3 mile. Well beaten 55-3, but the race went 52-1. Nonetheless, Wise Key K does show that speed and does show a 54-3 third back July the 6th in the grassroots. So Wise Key K is one that 17-1 seems like a fair price for one that has enough to be a solid factor in here. And number 3, State Senator, well, doesn't have a top 2 in 5 starts, does have a third, Georgian Downs, and does show decent speed racing at Mohawk. We'll try things here. 22-1, a longer price. 9th race of Field of 8, going to post shortly. Gate is rolling for the ninth race. Loyal Will. Bet on Jack on the inside with State Senator in the center. Fiscal Policy and Whiskey K to the outside. Smiling Billy the Kid. Where's Jim? And Southwind Sandor. The field for the ninth race is nearing the start. And they're off. And it is Fiscal Policy, State Senator. Where's Jim? Well, he's outside off stride. The field works on around the turn. Fiscal Policy now is coming on and is going to clear to the front. State Senator is second. Loyal Will is third. Then fourth is Whiskey K to the outside. Southwind Sandor now is moving up and is taken over fourth. Whiskey K is racing fifth. Then Bet on Jack and back to Smiling Billy the Kid. And on they race their way towards the quarter mile marker, and Southwind Sandor, 29-2 was that opening panel. Southwind Sandor from post A was able to come on and get the lead and is in front by 2.5 lengths now. Fiscal Policy is second. And then State Senator is third. Loyal Will is fourth. And then racing on the outside, fifth is Whiskey K. Then it is back to Bet on Jack and Smiling Billy the Kid. And they head their way on past the half. And it is Southwind Sandor who's got the lead past the half. 59-2 the halftime. Southwind Sandor, Mike Vanderkamp is on top. That lead is just a length and a half, though. Fiscal Policy is up a little closer in pocket. Whiskey K now on the outside is moving, and Whiskey K to the outside has taken second and is about 2 off the lead of Southwind Sandor. And Smiling Billy the Kid now has moved up a little closer. Then State Senator is racing fifth. It is Southwind Sandor as they race their way on towards three quarters, and on the outside, getting a little closer yet, Whiskey K, but then Southwind Sandor just drives on, now has the lead back to three. Fiscal Policy second, Whiskey K third, and Smiling Billy the Kid is racing on the outside, 3 wide, on down the stretch drive. Southwind Sandor off that 3/4, 129-2. Southwind Sandor wins it, under wraps at the finish to take it by 4. Fiscal Policy second, Smiling Billy the Kid third, and State Senator fourth, 157-3. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race 9, number 8 Southwind Sandor, 2-year-old sports rider, brown colt, owned by Diana Secord of Fergus, Mike Vanderkamp, the trainer and the winning driver. It's the second win lifetime for Southwind Sandor, 157-3. Ninth race payouts, number 8 Southwind Sandor, 340, 270, 260. For fiscal policies, 750 and 450. Number 6 Smiling Billy the Kid, 750. $2 exact or $18.50 try, 78.55. The dollar super, 289.95. Ninth race over a finish from the top, 684-253-71. That's 684-253-71. Field for the 10th on parade 1. Larjan Lucky Alfie Carroll for Larry Lane. Number 2, Larjan Lester, Brad McDonald for Catherine Cochran and Stephen Bastard. Number 3 is Curious Cortez, Colin Kelly for Jared Bako and Chris Jewett and John Gray. And number 4 is Dreaming Out Loud, Tyler Borth for Keith Cullen and Chris Kane. 5 is Dylan's Bank, Bruce Richardson for Cassidy Schneider and Valpar Stables. Number 6, St. Lads Beat It, Tyler Moore for Jeffrey Williamson and Rebecca Williamson. And number 7 is Mr. Cheeseman, Travis Henry for Scott McNiven and Donald Douglas. Let's look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Curious Cortez. Well, last race romped here in 55-3, second win of the year. Also had a couple of wins last year in just 3 starts. But the race in form, this one's been on fire in terms of consecutive top 3 finishes. 6 in a row in the top 3. Has gate speed and a better post position now. Left to the front from post 6 last race. Now, one thing to note is moving up a level. Curious Cortez, 8-5 in case you're curious. Number is 6, St. Lads Beat It, and Tyler Moore was a very strong second here last race, beaten half a length in 53-1. Curious Cortez's win was 55-3, but St. Lads Beat It second in 53-1. Might be tough to beat here with a similar kind of speed. Tyler Moore and St. Lads Beat It is 4-1. Number 7, Mr. Cheeseman. Well, had been racing on a nice stretch of top 3, consecutive top 3s, but was 4th last race here. In 54-3, though, Mr. Cheeseman, if Travis can work out a trip, can be a solid contender on the outset at 6-1. And number 4, Dreaming Out Loud, 7 starts, 6 wins, but is one that last raced at Clinton, just finished 3rd in 57-3. Dreaming Out Loud and Tyler Borth, 7-2 on the board. Gate is rolling for the 10th. Larjon Lucky, Larjon Lester, and Curious Cortez. Then Dreaming Out Loud, Dylan's back. St. Lads beat it at Mr. Cheeseman. Field of 7, race number 10. Here they come. Field for the 10th race is at the start of the rough, and Curious Cortez gets out well. Along to the inside, Larjon Lucky, Mr. Cheeseman. The center of the track is Dreaming Out Loud. Curious Cortez came on to get the lead. Curious Cortez is in front. Larjon Lucky to the inside second. Mr. Cheeseman now is going to take back and get over to the pylons third. In front of Dreaming Out Loud, then Dylan's back and St. Lads beat it. And Larjon Lester trails the field. They race past the opening quarter. Curious Cortez, 28-1 was the opening panel. That lead is about 2 1/4. Larjon Lucky is second. Mr. Cheeseman third. Dreaming Out Loud is racing fourth. Then it is Dylan's Bank on the inside. And working on the outside now, St. Lads beat it. And then it is back further to Dylan's Bank and trailing the field, Larjon Lester. Curious Cortez with the lead. Larjon Lucky is racing second. Dreaming Out Loud's getting closer now. It's only 2 off the lead. 58 seconds flat at the halftime. And St. Lads beat it is spotted second over. Staying on the inside, Mr. Cheeseman's only 3 1/4 from the front. The trailing pair on the inside, Dylan's Bank, and to the outside, Larjon Lester. It is Curious Cortez on down the backstretch, leading it by 2. And to the outside, Dreaming Out Loud is taken over second. Larjon Lucky is to the inside third. St. Lads beat it is out 3 wide and is 2 from the lead. 3/4, 126-4. And Curious Cortez now stretches the cushion and reclaiming second, Larjon Lucky. Then Dreaming Out Loud and St. Lads beat it. And on the inside, Mr. Cheeseman on down the stretch drive off 3/4, 126-4. And it is Curious Cortez on the inside, Larjon Lucky. Curious Cortez wins. Larjon Lucky second. Dreaming Out Loud third. And St. Lads beat it fourth, 154-4. Back in front of us, the winner of race 10, 3, Curious Cortez. Curious Cortez, a 4-year-old Big Jim Brown gelding, owned by Christopher Jewett and John Gray. Jared Bako is the trainer. Colin Kelly, the winning driver. 3rd win this year, 5th lifetime. Curious Cortez, 154-4, a new career mark. The 10th race payouts 3 Curious Cortez, 330 290 260. 1 Large Unlucky, 780 384. Dreaming Out Loud, 260. $2 Exactor, $32.60 Try. $46.95 Super, $77.05. Tenth race order finish from the top. 2613745. That's 2613745. Field for race number 11 on parade. One Bad Boy Sproxy, George Ketros for John Braid. Number 2 is Uncle Ben. It is Brad McDonald for Ron McDonald and Anne Marie Turan and Mike and Alex McDonald. Number 3 is Bunkhouse Brawl, Preston Shaw for Gerald Weir. Number 4 is Key Topic, Anthony Hahn for Gary Kingshot and Cassandra Watson. 5 is I'll Be Back, John Moore for Commodore Yellow and Fox Racing. Number 6, Jolted, Paul McKenzie for Paul Belanger Jr. and Glenn Lawrence. And number 7 is Somehow Someday, Travis Henry for Frederick Borgo and Keith Castle. 8 is Westridge Warrior, Bruce Richardson for Paul Davies and Nicole Davies. 9 is Puddin' Pie, Colin Kelly for Kyle Bossens and Phil McGuire. Well, fans, let's look at this field. We'll start with number 7, Somehow Someday, and one that's made the top 2 in 7. I have 11 races on the year, so Somehow Someday definitely has a chance to overcome post position 7. You see this one last race with post 8 and coming first up and still managed to finish third. Now, also, you note this one does show racing best when driving early. So it's interesting again to see what the plan will be from post position 7. 8 to 5 is the price as the favorite. Number 8, Westridge Warrior, inside post last race and led a long way before getting caught to finish as second. 56 and 2 mile here. Shows a good form overall on the year. 9 out of 12 in the top 3, but note only one win. Westridge Warrior, 18 to 1 on the board. I think that's some nice value. 9 Puddin' Pie is one that had 3 consecutive third-place finishes before a tough 6th at Hanover last time out. Is 7 out of 10 in the top 3 on the year. Didn't win in 34 starts last year, but does have 2 wins in 10 starts this year. 5 to 1 is the price. And number 4, Key Topic. Well, right now, that last race doesn't look good on the page and is over the top 3 in 11 starts this year. Key Topic, though, is one that drops in class and might be able to get something a little more accomplished here. Shows a little bit of speed. Could be one to use on the top 5. Key Topic and Anthony Hahn, if you're looking for a longer play in the top 5 to help it pay a little bit. Key Topic at 30 to 1. It is rolling for the 11th race. Bad Boys Proxy, Uncle Ben, and Bunkhouse Brawl on the inside. In the center, Keat Topic, and I'll Be Back. And on the outside, Jolted Somehow Someday, and Westridge Warrior. And the second tier, Puddin' Pie. Field for the 11th race is into the stretch drive, and here they come. And they're at the start of the rough. On the inside, Bad Boys Proxy with Uncle Ben and Bunkhouse Brawl. Keat Topic, and I'll Be Back, and Puddin' Pie from the second tier. Bad Boys Proxy. Uncle Ben as they charge on into the backstretch. Uncle Ben, center of the track on the three-wide path is Bunkhouse Brawl. Down to the inside, Bad Boys Proxy. Somehow Someday is racing fourth and still driving. Fifth to the inside is Puddin' Pie. Then it is back to Keat Topic. Then we've got I'll Be Back and Westridge Warrior. And then it is Jolted. They race past the opening quarter in 28 seconds. Clearing to the front is Bunkhouse Brawl. Still driving on the outside is Somehow Someday. And Somehow Someday wants to come on and clear to the front. And is going to be able to come on and grab the lead. Racing position second is Bunkhouse Brawl. Then on the outside now, here comes Puddin' Pie. And Puddin' Pie is working first up and is taken over third. Fourth to the inside is Uncle Ben. Half was 57 off that opening quarter at 28. On the outside, fifth is Keat Topic now. Then sixth on the inside is Bad Boys Proxy. Then it is Westridge Warrior and Jolted. And then it is I'll Be Back. They race their way on towards three quarters. Somehow, Someday leads as they race on to three quarters. Somehow, Someday, Puddin' Pie, Bunkhouse Brawl. On the inside, third. Keat Topic is fourth, and Westridge Warrior is on the outside, fifth, three wide. Three quarters, 126 and 3. Somehow, Someday leads still on the inside. Bunkhouse Brawl now driving through on the inside and claiming second. On the outside, racing third is Puddin' Pie. Then it is Westridge Warrior. And on the pylons, Keat Topic on down the stretch. Drivers Somehow Someday will win. Bunkhouse Brawl was second. Then third, Puddin' Pie, and on the outside, Westridge Warrior. And then it was Keat Topic, 156 and 3. Wheeling back in front of us, the winner of race number 11. It's number 7, Somehow Someday. Somehow Someday is a 5-year-old Net 10 Eon Bay gelding, home by Keith Castle, trained by Frederick Borgo. Travis Henry, the winning driver, 5th win this year, 11th lifetime, Somehow Someday, 156 and 3. The 11th race payouts 7 somehow someday 320 270 240. 3 bunkhouse brawl 630 390. 9 puddin' pie pays $2.80. $2 exactor $19.90. Dollar try $32.95. $2 double $12.70. Dollar pick 3 $13.90. Dollar win 4 $178.30. Dollar high 5 $1,041.10. Here is the 11th race order of finish from the top 672 598 143. That is 672 598 143. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this evening. Action resumes this Monday. Our first race will go to post at 6:30 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos.